Good afternoon, and welcome to Schenectady Rotary. Today is a momentous occasion for District 7190 as we are presented this wonderful opportunity to hear how Rotary serves humanity and changes lives. Schenectady Rotary extends our warmest welcome to District Governor John Muha and his wife Dina, Assistant District Governor Fred Daniels, club presidents, and our fellow Rotarians throughout District 7190. On behalf of the entire district, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to Gisette for making the time to come and share her experiences with us today. I also would like to thank Brian Merriam and the entire International Committee for their dedication, commitment, and perseverance to continually support the Haiti Water Project. Brian is a true example of an individual dedicated to serving others above himself. Thank you, Brian, for putting this event together and allowing us this opportunity to meet Josette. We are so appreciative. Today I'm going to be suspending our normal format to allow ample time for Josette to speak and have a question and answer period. And at this time, I would like to ask Rick Wilburn to deliver our invocation. And Rick is with us here from Tupper Lake. Thank you, Rick.
And Tupper Lake Rotary extends their best wishes to all of you in this foreign district that you are. Such a far place. Let's bow our heads, please. Father God, we do praise you and thank you for the opportunity to gather here today, to fellowship with one another, but to share experiences and to learn how we can better serve each other. We pray your blessings upon us as we gather here, upon the friendships that we have, upon the food that we will consume. And Father, we would just ask that we stop for just a moment and remember those that are suffering right this moment from the devastation of the most recent hurricane, not just in Haiti, but also in parts of the United States. Hear our prayers for them as we seek protection, as we seek the needs that they would have. Hear our prayers. We ask these things in your mighty name. Amen.
Thank you, Rick. And now, to present our visitors and guests is our former past president, Carmel Patrick. And we will ask that when Carmel calls your name, please remain standing so we can greet you in song, because we know you love to hear our melodious voices.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I will say that we do use the word song very liberally here, so you'll make your own judgment at the end. I just wanted to add my thanks to everyone that has attended today. We're very excited about today's program, and I'm going to just jump right into the visitors and guests, and I hope that you will excuse me if I mispronounce your name, because I can't read everybody's handwriting. So when I say your name, please stand and remain standing. So let's welcome our guests first, and Brian Merriam has several guests today. Our Pat Merriam, who's also a guest of our Rotarian Charlie Merriam. Of course, our speaker, Josette Placide. I think it's Lamont and Charmaine Trucklin. Great, hi, how are you? Judy Merriam, the lovely Judy Merriam is with us today. Joan Waddell, where's Joan? Oh, there you are. From Merriam Insurance is with us today. I think that the next one is Phyllis Hammonds. Phyllis, hi, how are you? Jennifer Holt. Oh, got a hold. Are you guys all from Merriam Insurance? That's what I thought. Okay, there we go. We have Amy Bruley has a guest, Frank Rabowski, how are you? There you go. Brian's guest, David Malone, is with us. We could stand. And then we have Jess Hennell, who's here with Dave Hennell, our past district governor. We have Nina Muha, who's here with John, and welcome again. Tara Burnham from my side, our guest, is here today. Pastor Mark Dunn is here today. Hi. We have Matt Stromberg, who's a guest of Christopher Henry. And, oh, there you are. Welcome. And that is all of our guests. Now next, stay standing, because now we have a lot of visiting Rotarians as well. We have Ray and Ginny Wetton from Burnt Hills, Boston Lake. Rotary? Did you stand up and I just didn't see it? Okay, great, great, hi. Okay, we have Chris Trow from Glenville. Back there, hi. My own table, sorry. Rich Greshey from Twin Bridges. Larry Bailey from Twin Bridges. Carolyn Bailey from Twin Bridges, this is great. John Setke from Burnt Hills, Boston Lake. Oh, okay, hi, John. Phil Falconer from Scotia, how are you? Brian Hollenbach from Twin Bridges. David Hitchcock from Niskayuna. We were in the same president's class for Rotary a couple years ago. Our past district governor, Dave Hennell, yay. John Muhar, our current district governor from Glens Falls. Jim Trapine from Scotia, and Dave Havnen from Hudson Shores. Whoop, I got another whole page. Whoop. Bill, Nathan, oh, there's Bill from our Albany club, and he's also a past district governor.
Thank you.
Welcome. We have Pete Park, I guess, or Park?
Parker.
Parker. I'm going to have to teach you how to write in cursive a little bit. Burnt Hills, Boston Lake. Beth Kissinger from Glenville. That there. Rich Wilburn from Tupper Lake. Hi, Rich. Nice to see you again. Lon Penna from Niskayuna. Bill Hempel from Albany. Welcome. Cindy Shemple, maybe? Shemail from Twin Bridges. Kate Toombs from Glenville. Back at our table there. Michael Williams from Malta. Hi, how are you? Sandy Malone from Twin Bridges. Okay. Frank Quinn, I think, from E-Club. Oh, great, great. And then Laura Lee from Burnt Hills, Boston Lake. Hi. And Cindy Jofeld from Glenville. Must be back. Oh, there you are. Okay. So that actually is all of our visitors, guests, visiting Rotarians, and if somebody would kick us off with our song.
Oh, here's to welcome to our visitors. We're glad to see you come again.
Thank you, Carmel. Before I have Brian come up and introduce our guests, I would like to read a letter to all of you that we have received from Shamaz Rotary, our sister club in Haiti. Dear fellow Rotarians, the members and the committee of the Rotary Club of Port-au-Prince, Shamaz, would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who helped Brian accomplish so many successful projects in Haiti, and particularly for the last 2.5 years since my club began partnering with the Schenectady Rotary Club. My deepest appreciation and gratitude goes towards all members of the District 7190 for their constant efforts to help the Haitian people. A special thanks to past District Governor Dave Hennell, Judy Marion, Judy Nacera, and other Rotarians who embrace the struggle of Haiti. I am ending this by telling you all that your role in front and behind the scene makes a big difference in our lives. Thank you for your attention. Yours in Rotary, Marie Mark Bryce, the president of the Port-au-Prince Shamaz Rotary Club. And we so appreciate receiving this letter and also it speaks to how we are serving humanity in places we may never go, with people we may never see, but we change lives. And all of you should deserve a round of applause for your great efforts. It's my honor and pleasure to serve with Schenectady Rotary and to be a member of District 7190. At this moment, I'd like to ask Brian if he would come and introduce our guest speaker. Sorry, Brian. You want to wait a minute? I can tap dance or something until you're ready.
Want to do the move hot? Good.
You want to do that now?
There you go.
Okay. John, would you like to come up and present, say a few words and present Josette with a little something?
Yes, of course.
Just be careful of the board.
Yep. Well, first of all, it's wonderful to be here and wonderful to see so many guests and Rotarians here. I wish we could get this many people for our district meeting, so thank you all for coming today. I'm particularly proud of the feeling in the room today. There's a lot of love in this room, and to me, that's what Rotary is all about. So thank you all. Thank you for being Rotarians and helping in this wonderful project. Our district has a long history of helping Haiti. Some of you may remember Charles Adams from our Glens Falls Club, who years ago worked in Haiti and the Dominican Republic, actually got kidnapped. Do you remember that story, in his work in Haiti, and had to negotiate his way out of that, which, if you know Charles, he was very good at doing. So that's one story. And the second thing, in addition to the wonderful work that Brian and this great club has done in Haiti, we had a district global grant originated for Haiti for Petitionville area, and we raised over $150,000 for water in that part of Haiti. So I mentioned love. There's a lot of love here for Haiti, and I know that will continue as we go forward. So Josette, can I give you a little symbol of our district, please? I have a district flag to present you. Please take it home with you and share it.
Thank you very much.
So nice to have
And now, Brian, to introduce our very special guest speaker.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming. What a great pleasure it is to see so many of you. One of the first rules of public speaking is never read from your notes, but there are so many things that I want to make sure that I say. I'm going to actually read from my notes, so please indulge me if you will. So thank you, honored guests and Rotarians. This is a special day. This is a day of celebration for the work of Rotary and the demonstration of the difference Rotarians make around the world in the lives of men and women, boys and girls, many of whom you and I will never actually meet. Yet it is important that from time to time we take the time to just sort of pause and take inventory of the direction that we've been taking, making sure that we are using our finite resources to the best avail of the needs that we find in this world. Resources are finite, and yet needs abound without limit.
Who wants to move right closer? Sorry.
Not only the needs that we see here at hand, but also the needs that exist around the world. This is a very needy world. Just when you start to think that you have a handle on things, you have a hurricane that goes through and wipes out entire villages of people that you and I might never meet. Rotary seeks to solve many of the problems of the world in a way that is tangible and sustainable. Schenectady Rotary has been taking projects under hand for the last 15 years in Haiti, but we could not accomplish what we do without the help of many, many others. Over the last 2.5 years alone, we have distributed over 400 water filter systems, and it would be disingenuous to suggest that we have done so because of our great wisdom and our great resources. No, we've been able to do this through collaboration. And the fact that so many of you are here today is a testament to the fact that so many of you have been helping from behind the scenes. And I know that a lot of you already have stood up, and I'm going to ask you to do this again, but I want to do this in this particular way because I want you to look around you and to see the fact that so many other people care about people that they will probably never meet in their life. And this is the true spirit of Rotary. So when I call your name, I'm going to ask you, if you represent your particular club, to stand on behalf of your club so that you can be impressed with how many clubs have been involved in this one solitary initiative in Haiti. So those of you, please, from the Albany Club, please stand and remain standing. Now, there's an Albany, there you are, thank you. Amsterdam. Burnt Hills, Ballston Lake. Cobleskill. St. Croix. I was sort of hoping you might actually come up this way. Scotia. Niskayuna. Rotterdam. Saratoga Springs. Latham. Glenville. North Creek. Tupper Lake. Tortola. Twin Bridges. And finally, Schenectady Rotary. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you. Have a seated. This is the demonstration of what collaboration does. On behalf of the work that you all, who just stood, have done, we now have 400 water systems that are in place, providing fresh daily water every day for 16,000 people. So here's some quick comments I want to make before I introduce Josette to you. For the members of the Schenectady Rotary Club, you may recall that we, thanks to past District Governor Dave Hennell, have been waiting for the commissioning of 6 laptops on behalf of a small private school in Haiti. Through your generosity, we have raised enough money to pay for those 6 laptops, and we will be bringing those to Haiti the next time we go. Thank you, Laura Rano, for your fundraising on that behalf. Number 2, our sister club in Haiti, the Champs Mas Rotary Club, has put out a report of the immediate post-hurricane needs, and there's a copy on your table. So if you would please find that, it's a stapled, probably about a 10-page report, and please pass that around. That was given to us so we knew specifically what their needs are. There are also some somewhat graphic pictures in there, but I think it's important that you realize just how bad it has been for the Haitians. If you would like to respond to that particular need, you can let me know, and I'll try to help you to figure out how best you can be of aid in that particular need. Number 3, we have been discussing a Polio Plus medical mission trip in Haiti this coming December. And our own Judy Nacera, who is chair of our Polio Plus committee, is coordinating with another organization to provide 8 to 10 doctors to head down to Haiti in the first week of December, who will be working with local healthcare professionals to train them and to conduct free medical clinics to the poor in the mountains overlooking Port-au-Prince. Number 4, also at your table, are brochures. Let me get a copy so you know what this looks like. That makes reference to the actual orphanage itself. Josette is not here to speak so much about her orphanage, but by the same token, too, you ought to know who she represents. So you'll find a brochure that looks like this. My wife and I have agreed to sponsor 2 of the children at this orphanage, and she is looking to find sponsorships for the other 40 some odd children. So if that interests you, bring that home with you, talk to your significant other, and see if you might like to sponsor a child in Haiti. It's $25 a month, and you can write to your child. Judy and I just last night got 2 lovely letters back from our children, and they are amazed that somebody in the United States actually cares about them in this particular way. Also on your table, you'll find a flyer about another fundraiser that we're doing in November. And it looks something like this. This is going to be a fundraiser holiday shopping event featuring Marigold. Our own Judy Nacera has this beautiful company where she sells lovely jewelry and other things that women like, and we men are supposed to be buying for our women. So if you would like to attend that, that's going to be held on November 17th, hosted at Marion Insurance. That's not supposed to be a paid advertisement, that's just saying. At 376 Broadway in beautiful downtown Schenectady, and all the funds that are raised from that will be going towards the Haiti Water Project. And lastly, at your table you will find this very important brochure that describes our water filter project. There is one for everyone, so I hope that you will take this with you. But most importantly, in this brochure is the last inside panel, which is where you can give money. Now, as much as we are celebrating our past work, I also want you to notice this very dashing tie that I'm wearing. This is supposed to subliminally make you think about money and how much of it you have and how much you really probably don't need, and yet how desperately is needed that money in Haiti. So, if you'd like to fill this out even while you're hearing the presentation today, you can fill out that back panel, and then you can bring that back panel and your check or your cash or your coins. We're really not very proud about that, whatever you want, and you can put it in this bucket over here. All right, so you've all seen this water system that we have, but that top bucket does not have septic water in it, as oftentimes the Haitians would have in it. No, this is going to have your very nice, clean, green money. All right, so if you feel compelled to do so, we would love to have you drop some money in this top bucket, and we will make sure that goes towards our need. We have to raise $15,000 every time we go and install 100 water systems. So far, as you know, we've already put in 400, but we have another 100 slated for sometime later this year. We have raised all but $6,500 in order to go back. So if you would help us with that, we'd be very grateful.
Brian, who should those checks be made out to?
Make those checks payable to Schenectady Rotary, please. In case you don't know how to spell Schenectady, SCHENECTADY. When I travel abroad, oftentimes I tell people I'm from Troy. It's a lot easier. So, as I mentioned a couple times now, we have over 400 water systems installed in Haiti at this time. Uh-oh. Hardware update. I don't know what that means. Postpone. Thank you, thank you. I always get nervous when a past district governor starts pointing. It usually means that you're in trouble. All right, as I mentioned, we have over 400 water systems presently in place. One of those 400 water systems is in a small orphanage in a city called Croix-de-Bouquet in Haiti. Croix-de-Bouquet means place of the flowers. I've been to Croix-de-Bouquet a number of times. In fact, the first time I ever preached was in Croix-de-Bouquet. I didn't know that I was going to be asked to preach, and the pastor who I was working with, Pastor Francois, who many of you know, I was helping to set up a stage, and he came to me and he said, "Brother Brian, the Holy Spirit has told me that you will preach tonight." Really? So I preached to 1,000 occasions. I don't think I've ever been as nervous in my life as I was, but we won't go into that story right now. In any event, Croix-de-Bouquet is a dusty, small village outside of Port-au-Prince. I met the beautiful Josette Placide, and I'd like to introduce her to you at this time. Marie Josette Placide was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. She completed her elementary and secondary school education in Port-au-Prince, attended the Institut Maurice Laroche Business School as an administrative secretary. She worked as an administrator of the Mission St. Teresa and an elementary school teacher at the Sacred Heart of Cazotte. She told me, "Brian, don't try and pronounce this in French, just stick with Sacred Heart." So in case you don't know what that means, it is the Sacré-Cœur of Cazotte. She's shaking her head. Okay, all right. The best I can do. She has worked as the voice of the children of Haiti as administrator for 6 years and has been a gospel singer since she was 12 years old. She is a widow, a Christian, and the mother of 43 children. Please join me in a warm Rotary welcome for Ms. Josette Placide.
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you. Bonjour. Oh, you speak Creole. My name is Mary Joseph Placide, as Brother Brian said, and I come from Haiti. I'm mother of only 2 children, okay? But I take care of 41 children at the orphanage. I'm the administrator of Voice of Compassion of the Children of Haiti and director of Voice of the Children Orphanage and Community School. I thank God for giving me this opportunity to stand here before you today. I thank Brother Brian Miriam, chairman of the International Community of Rotary Club of Schenectady, whom I met by attending a seminar at Corfu, Port-au-Prince, Haiti. He was given on good drinking water in a seminar, the water filter system. At that time, 5 of our children were sick and hospitalized with cholera. I'm sorry. This is the first time for me to speak with between all those people. I'm sorry.
Doing great. Doing really well.
Thank you. Okay. So Miriam gave me 1 water filter, which enabled us to give good drinking water to our 41 children and staff. Because of our limited budget, we were unable to purchase purified water for the children. The water filter helped us tremendously and to prevent the spread of the disease within the orphanage and the community school. After the earthquake, people died with cholera and all kinds of disease because they are using the water of the rivers to drink, to take their bath, their shower, wash their clothes, and take it to drink and to cook their food. As of now, after the Hurricane Matthew, the South is completely devastated. The rivers that the population used to drink are flooding and become very dangerous. Kill over 1,000 people, destroy their houses, their gardens, their animals, and they cannot take it anymore to drink. This is a big burden. Where and how they will find a cup of water to drink. The need to have good water in Haiti is greater and very difficult as of now. Before the Hurricane Matthew, some of the people could purchase 1 gallon of water for 5 Haitian dollars, like 40 cents US. As of now, the same 1 gallon of good drinking water is for 20 Haitian dollars, like 2 US dollars. Considering that the average Haitian earns less than 2,000 per year, this is like an American paying 26 US dollars for 1 gallon of water. Those who have money buy good water, those who not take it wherever where they can find it, but many take it from the river. It is not only because of the Hurricane Matthew that the Haitian people need your help. Members of Rotary Club of Schenectady and other honorary club in District 7190. There are lots of areas in our country, in my country, where people need to find good drinking water. By example, we have Santo, Quadebouquet, where my orphanage is located. There is a Mountain of Toma, where our healthcare center is located. There is no drinking water, and people use the water of the rivers to drink. 90% of women and young women, children, are suffering with all kinds of infection and disease. By my voice, I come to you today for asking you for help. Help my people, please, to have good drinking water by providing them with water filter system that could help them clean the water that they can find to drink. To help them prevent all kinds of infection, disease, cholera, and death. Thank you, Brother Brian and Sister Jody Miriam, for your engagement and your commitment to provide water filter to my people who are in great need of good drinking water. Thank you to you all, members of Rotary Club of Schenectady and other honorary club of District 7190, past District Governor David Hennell, current District Governor John Muha, further District Governor Fred Daniels, who make it possible for the Rotarians to come to Haiti year after year to make a difference in the Haitian people's life. Their work is very, very important in Haiti because drinking water, food, and clothes are luxury. 40% of Haitian people doesn't have access with good drinking water. Please, we need your help. Help us make a difference in their life. Thank you very much.
Joseph, will you take some questions?
Yes.
Get the microphone and take whatever questions are offered.
I'm ready for question now. I'm sorry. Yes.
What are the ages of the children at the orphanage?
We have 6 to 15 now. Yes.
Are they mostly younger children?
Yes, mostly younger because we have only 14 children. How can I say that?
Teenagers?
Yes, teenagers. Yes, thank you.
Was that because of the earthquake that hit both of them?
Yes, 90% of them are victim of the earthquake.
Josette, the children in your orphanage, there must be many, many, many more who aren't able to be in your orphanage. You have, even just in your town, how many more children are there that need the kind of help you offer?
Sorry, can you repeat the question for me?
Sure, so you have 42 or 1 children in your orphanage.
Yes.
But there must be many more in your town who could be in your orphanage or in an orphanage. Do you have an idea of how many there are?
How many orphans are there in Guadalupe?
Oh,
Roughly. Hundreds?
no, I will tell. According to the last report of the United States, there are 400,000 children orphans after the earthquake. Yeah. Any more questions, please? Yes.
How do you decide which areas you travel to distribute the water systems?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
How do you decide where you distribute the water systems?
No, that's
Okay.
How do we decide where the water systems go?
Okay. I know my country. I know it's it is luxury to have drinking water. It's not a part of Haiti who need drinking water, but all Haitian people. Because as I mentioned, drinking water is very expensive as of now because we have to, I don't know, maybe some people come, like you, come to Haiti, bring things to give some other people to clean the water and they sell it. But it's not easy. So
we're going to continue with the program, so we'll make sure everybody gets out.
It's the wrong room.
okay. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we can try to make it. Yeah, if someone wants to adopt a child, but it's not easy, but we can try to make it.
Are you referring to sponsorship or adoption?
Both sponsorship, but really adoption.
The sponsorship can be done with that brochure. Adoption is very difficult in Haiti.
Yeah.
After the earthquake, Haiti pretty much opened the gates. They wanted to get rid of all these children because, well, 20,000 orphans were made in 37 seconds. And the country at that point in time was very happy to have anybody take these children away. And some of my friends in Wisconsin adopted 4 children just like that. But once the government sort of reconstituted itself, they closed the doors, and now getting a child out of Haiti is virtually impossible.
She's legally able to adopt any of the children out.
Why don't you stand up?
I asked Josette. Josette and I were talking about that this morning, and she told me. Oh, okay.
We're trying to get that correct.
Josette told me that she has all the paperwork, she is legally able to adopt out any of the
Yes.
children in her orphanage if somebody wanted to adopt a child from her orphanage.
But as Brother Brian mentioned, it's not easy to have paper for adoption. But we can, as I said, we can try to make it. Thank you. Any more questions?
Brian, where do you get your water for your orphanage to put through the system?
I went to a seminar at Corfu because one of our sponsors met Brother Brian at the airport, and he gave him an invitation for me, and like that he gave me one water filter system. Like that I can have good drinking water for the kids.
Where does she
He's asking, where does the water come from that you put through the water?
Oh, we have a well in the yard, in the orphanage yard. We have a well, so we take water and clean it in the water filter.
Part of the problem that people don't realize is that here in America, you can drop a well in your backyard and the water that comes out is probably safe to drink. In Haiti, it's not. All the water is contaminated. Even if you go up to the mountains and find a freshwater spring, the water already has cholera in it. Haiti is made out of limestone, and limestone is a very poor filtrate. Water continues to recycle. So the bad water down in Port-au-Prince that is so badly contaminated by all the things that go into the water eventually recycles and ends up in the mountains and comes down the streams again. So there's no water any place in Haiti that is safe. None. Turn on a tap in the very finest restaurant, in the very finest hotel, and what comes out will make you sick. Scotty? An update of the conditions of cholera as it is right now. Do you want to speak about what cholera, how is cholera right now in Haiti? How many cases are there? Are you seeing a lot?
I don't really understand. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of cholera right now. Since the Hurricane Matthew, cholera has raised its ugly head in a much more visible way. Records suggest that 1,000 people have died, but the reality is that when a person dies in Haiti, they are buried almost immediately. This isn't really the time or the place to give you some of the graphic details, but I will tell you that it is epidemic right now.
Yes, ma'am?
I think either from you or from Brian, could you let us know about the water filters that we have put in, and what extent do you think that there was damage through the hurricane of those water filters?
Well, mercifully, most of our filters have gone into a city called Corfu, which is a community of 800,000 people to the west of Port-au-Prince. And I had a slide up there that may have shown you where the hurricane went through. It was mostly in the west and the south. Corfu was mostly spared, so all of our systems are in place and are working fine. But it's the people that Rotary has helped in north of Mackay, which would be much greater peril right now.
How many, you sort of mentioned this the other day, but how many people in the community are now seeking out water from your orphanage as a result of the Hurricane Matthew, who are looking to you to provide water?
I think 90%. 90%, because all of them drinking the water come from the river. Because the well too, when we dig a well, the water of the river come in it. We don't have, the orphanage is not near a mountain. You understand that? All of them is.
So was my dad.
I'm curious about the education for the orphans. In the beginning, you mentioned 6 computers from Dayton. What's the school like? Or how do they learn?
Actually, this is a different school it's going to, but would you like to address how you educate the children?
We have a community school, and they are going to school, and we have a professional school for them too. They learn to make art and craft and sewing, things like that. Yeah. Yes.
Brian maybe can answer this better. Brian, can you remind us all about the life cycle of the filtration system? How often the core components need to be replaced?
Sure. Hey, that's a great question, Fred. I didn't pay him to ask that question, but I wish I had.
I paid him. Like all of you will be paying him.
Yes, Well, this is how our filter comes. This is a Sawyer water filter. It's known as a microfiber filter, about the size of your cell phone. These are rated for 1 million gallons over their lifetime. They are good for 10 years. They're rated at 40 people per day. They have a flow through of about a half an hour for 5 gallons, which is relatively slow, but again, you have microfibers that are smaller than a human hair, but they have pores in those fibers that are so small that while water can get through it, the paramecia and the cysts and stuff that give you the sicknesses, they can't get through. Because they have no replacement parts, they're really ideal for a third world country. So when they start to slow down, especially when you use water that is very turbid, that has a lot of sand or silt, whatever in it, you then unscrew this top. Every filter comes with its own device for cleaning. This is a syringe, so after you have sterile water, you then take some sterile water in your syringe, you then screw it onto the clean side of the filter, and then you push out all of the bad stuff out of the bad side of the filter. You do that 3 times, and the filter is ready to go again. In fact, one of the greatest problems we've had has been education. People come to our seminars and they understand how the system works, and then that person leaves the school for whatever reason, and the person who replaces him doesn't know how to use it, and then the thing gets clogged, stops working, they go, oh, he's no good, and they put it in a closet and there it sits. So we always go back for a week. We do our seminar on one day, we do our assembly and our distribution on another day, and then we spend the rest of the week going back to all the prior installations. Not all of them, but we pick and choose. A lot of them we stop by randomly because we don't want them to know that we're coming. And we ask to see their system. And if their system is not being used or is broken or is not working well, then we will replace the parts or we'll show them again how to do it. I've had a number of situations where it's been sitting in a closet, we pull it out, we get some clean water, we backflow it, and it's working good again, and off it goes, and the children get to drink the water. Thanks, Beth.
So they're only good for 40 people per day. So what happens after the 40 people? Is it shut off and nobody can use it?
Now, that's a great question. It's really just a practicality question, insofar that if you have a school of, say, 200 children, we'll give you 5 of these. So it's really a question of the flow through. The idea is that you put your septic water in the top, and through gravity feed, then you would have sterile water in the bottom, and thereby you always have a reservoir for when you're thirsty. The problem is that because the flow through is as slow as it is, you can very easily exhaust the reservoir. Somebody has to be responsible for always refilling the top bucket, and if they do that, then the children are fine. But most children come to school and they are not provided any water. They go the entire day without drinking anything. And I challenge you, try and go an entire day without drinking at all. No coffee, no tea, no water, no soda. Just try to do that and see how distracted you become. So these children are going to school that way, and if they do get thirsty, the only choice they have is to buy water. And Haiti has these little plastic bags filled with water. I'm not sure what the quantity is. You would say it's about a half a cup, Dave, things like that. And you buy that for, what do you pay for the packets of water?
Yes.
What do you pay for that? What does that cost?
5 Asian good for 3.
Okay, so 5 Haitian goods. So that's
like 40 cents. 40 cents.
Okay, so maybe 40 cents.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the average Haitian makes $1,900 a year. So you're talking about your child spending $5 for that much water, $5 US.
When I travel in Africa and India and volunteer, I carry a ultraviolet light water purifier. It runs off rechargeable batteries. It takes 45 seconds to clean a liter. Is Do we ever practice anything with ultraviolet? It doesn't fix the taste, but you don't get sick.
We've never experimented with that. I'd be happy to learn of your technology. You need to understand, of course, that Haiti is very sporadic in its electricity availability. We get about 3 hours electricity a day, and it comes on at 2 o'clock in the morning or 5:30 in the afternoon, whenever.
Same as that's why I use the rechargeable batteries. You
Well,
can get them in the camping section.
be happy to talk to you about that. Other questions?
How long are the children usually at the orphanage for, and where do they go after they leave?
Very good question, thank you. After 18, we take them for when they have 18 years old. But maybe if someone support them now and continue and decide after they're 18 to continue to take care of them, so we will be able to continue to let them at the orphanage, because we have a plan to build a village, because we have 2 acres of land available for that. So when the village will build, we will have enough places to make to build another dome for them when they have 18. But for now, we just need to build a dome for the orphans that we have now. Understand, and have possibility to take more children.
Do you want to read your comments there about the orphanage? Since
Okay.
Jennifer asked about it.
Okay. About the village?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. Okay. I said, as of now, we have great need. No, it's not this part. I cannot find it, I'm sorry. Oh, yes, okay. We are in a rental home, and our rental fees is going up to $9,000 per year. And need to pay on November 18, okay? But we want to finish with this problem. That is why we want to build a dome for the children, for the orphans, to finish with this kind of problem. And we have 2 acres of land available for that, and the deed is already done. And these 2 acres was donated by our executive director. So like that, we could continue build another dome when they have 18. I hope I answered.
After the earthquake, there's a lot of money that was sent down to Haiti. You know, a lot of people accuse the Haitians themselves for spending on other things. How do you keep honesty in the distribution? You get millions and millions of dollars sent down. Where did that money go?
Dad, you're asking an orphanage director where government money went? she gets no money from the government.
No, I know. You get no money.
She gets no money from the government.
Let me answer here.
Okay.
I will give you an example. I had a Nissan Pathfinder, 1989. And when we opened the orphanage, I used it to knock all doors in Haiti, seeking for help everywhere. But they never answer me until my Nissan Pathfinder was broken, because the transmission is gone and I have to put an end in my search for help. So the government never help us. Friends citizen or American people always help us since we opened the orphanage in May 3, 2010. But we never find nothing from Haitian people, from government.
I recall after the earthquake, I went down to Haiti with my 15-year-old son 2 months after the earthquake, and we walked block after block after block after block, total destruction. And I asked some people through my translator, said, will the government help you? And they would scoff at me and say, the government, there is no government here. The government will not help us. I said, what will you do? I will do what you see me doing. I have my 5-gallon bucket, I have my hammer. I am tearing down my house with my bare hands until I find my wife and my children. So So same thing after this great hurricane we've all seen in the press. There is no government relief. You will not see Haitian military going to solve these problems. You'll see the Americans solve these problems. Sir?
How do you transfer money in? Can you come through Western Union, or in Africa they can go through the mobile phone banking system? Like if one person wanted to send money directly, how would they do it?
Western Union and wire transfers.
Yes.
In fact, when you send it by Western Union, which I use almost exclusively, you charge between $5 and $11.99. It sounds less than $12. But they always extract on the Haitian end $1.50. And after a while, I started to question that, $1.50, why this random amount? Well, it goes to the government. Government, $1.50 every time.
Like New York.
Ma'am.
Brian, I see the good list of things that are needed. If clubs assemble items, how does it get there?
Right now, we would probably partner with an organization called Jezreel Ministries out in Albany. They have right now probably 3 or 4 of these large 60 cubic yard dumpster roll-off things that they're filling to go to Haiti. So if you have practical things, some of the things in that list, by all means get a hold of Jezreel Ministries and let them know that you'd like to partner with them, and they'll make sure it gets on those containers immediately.
Brian,
Yeah.
may I just say something about that orphanage? As Brian said, we sponsor 2 children from Josette's orphanage. And years ago, through some of the other well-known children's organizations, we sponsored children. It was really frustrating because we would write letters, my kids would write letters, and we would ask questions, and we would get letters back that you would think they never read or were never translated. It was really hard to establish any kind of relationship. Josette is amazing. She brought us letters last night from our 2 young men, and she follows through on all of that. So I wrote letters to the boys this morning, and Josette will deliver those back. She sees what they read. She encourages them. So for a personal touch that we never had in any other national organization, Josette is so responsible and loves those kids so much and wants them taken care of that she is wonderful about seeing that they write letters and things like that. Even though we can't mail letters, we can email to Josette, and she will give those letters to the children. And that's what I love so much about her orphanage, because she brings the personal touch that you don't get through a lot of the other organizations that you see on TV. And I feel like I will know those boys so well because Josette will make sure that we know those boys. So.
And you have to mention, they write the letter in English.
They did, in cursive. You know what? How many of you have ever heard my husband's cursive? These boys are cursive. And English was amazing. It was wonderful.
Thanks for that, Jude.
You know, throughout my lifetime, Haiti seems to stumble from one crisis to the next. And, you know, that we do this is great. It fits that particular need. But is there any place where it gets above that so that there's more comprehensive understanding or approach to things? This is great, and we support it. But somehow or another, to get beyond dealing this crisis to that crisis to the next crisis.
That's an excellent question. I hope you all heard that was a profound question. This is a question that we've been asking ourselves for 15 years in this club. How do we get beyond the point of crisis to crisis? And they're micro solutions, and you're absolutely right. And it's a philosophical question as much as it is a practical one. From a philosophical point of view, what do you do about the needs that you see that are immediate? You can solve them in a small way by immediately saying, well, I've got $100, here's $100 and get this down. Such as last Sunday, Judy and I bought out the entire inventory of antibiotics at the Tupper Lake Kenny's Drugs. It turned out to be 400 doses. We FedExed them to a friend of mine in Wisconsin who was flying out on Wednesday morning at 5:30, and she hand-delivered them down to our own bodyguard, Edmund, who's bringing them to our own pharmacist, Dorgu, who will distribute them today. Now, that micro solution is great. It feels good. The problem is it doesn't help the other 100,000 that need those kind of things. So while we can't solve the larger problems and we do respond to the micro problems, the real question is sustainability and long-term duration. So this project here I see is eventually probably coming to an end. because raising $15,000 from us all is going to take its toll. You're going to get tired of seeing me come to your club and go, oh, there's the guy with the water filter project again. So at the same time that we're doing these kind of things for the immediacy of the need, we're also looking to ratchet up to larger projects. We have a larger project that we'll be announcing somewhat shortly called Montagu, which is an area that has a wellhead, contaminated, but a wellhead that serves a community of about 30,000 people. And we're going to be looking at putting in a real pump, real cisterns, real distribution points for 24 different spigots located a mile apart from each other. We're looking to do those kind of things. The problem is that they require large dollars. This one is $200,000. $15,000 immediate within 6 months and I'm on the plane, or $200,000 working with RI out of Chicago and the paperwork and the grant requests and the interviews, trying to find large corporate donors so we can match dollars. And all that takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of personnel and we're all busy. And so trying to find the balance between the micro solutions that immediately go into an orphanage and you can hear the testimony of the lives that have changed, or taking your time and waiting 1, 2, 3 years for the money for larger projects. And who has the time? I would love to find a person who says, Montagu, that's my project. Give it to me. I'm an engineer. I understand how to do it. I'll communicate with the Haitians. I'll take this on, Brian. I know you have 25 employees to take care of. I would love to have that, but we all do what we can with the starfish that we find on our beach. Chris?
Yeah, I went to the international conference in the spring, and in the conference center I discovered the Rotary Water and Sewer Action Group, WashRAG. I don't know if anybody's heard of it or not. But Rotary is putting a lot of emphasis on sewer and water projects around the world. So they've got money, they're looking for people to spend it somewhere. And I suggest you, if anybody's interested, join the WashRAG group. It's a Rotary Action Group, and it costs you a few bucks to join, but they've got some tremendous expertise to help with the projects. They've got sewer projects already built, and you install them basically in water filtration projects as well. So anybody has any questions?
One last question, and then we have to close. Yes, Carmel.
Well, I just want to support what you're saying, because I think that it is important that our club did make that distinction and definitely had those discussions around understanding that we were helping one place and the people in that place. And I still think that, doing what we're doing and Brian doing what we're doing is helping what we can. And I think that was important. My question is, for folks that are in the room who might be interested in volunteering with you, I know there's people in the room who have actually traveled to Haiti with you. Can you just speak a little bit, Brian, to that process for the next time that you go down, if there are folks that were interested in helping and what they would need to do?
Brian at merriaminsurance.com. Send me an email, talk to me, and I'll get back to you. Okay? Well?
Okay.
Lon?
Yes, I wanted to address the question about how we solve poverty in general. Big poverty, worldwide, not just Haiti. And I think the best way is microcredit. If people become productive and economic, if they can sustain themselves, that's the solution. And the best way I know is a website called kiva.org. You can go on that website and see somebody in the United States or anywhere around the world. And the most you can give any one person is $25. And they might use it to buy a sewing machine, or to buy a coat, or to buy supplies to start up a tea shop. Here's the remarkable thing, she pays you back. So a year later, or 2 years later, there'll be $25 back in your account, and you can give it away to someone else. And if you plan to use Kiva.org, you can also go to Niskayuna Rotary's team, just do a search for Niskayuna Rotary's team on there, and you can join our team. It makes no difference if you're part of our team or not, but we like to watch our numbers go up as the little bit that we've given keeps growing and growing, because we can give the same money over and over again. It's not really it's not a giving at all, it's just a loan. We're being the bank's microcredit. I think that's the thing I know to solve poverty in the world. And when people are productive, then they don't need to come here anymore. Solve the immigration problem, the migration problem, the water problem, health, everything, and they become self-sustaining.
Okay, we need to close, so if you'd like to thank our speaker, and
So I get a special role here. They asked me to present to you, Josette. This is a, Schenectady Rotary has a tradition when you come and speak at the club. They're so happy that you came. You get this very special Rotary pen. So the very special Rotary pen for you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
And more importantly, Brian just handed me an extra Sawyer water filter to give to you to help additional children down there.
Thank you so much, Josette, for letting us share with you these very trying and troubling stories of the people in Haiti. Several years ago, we experienced a hurricane here and a tropical storm afterwards. And I'm sure we all recall that and some of the property damage done and all the things that were underwater. But the one thing we were assured of was to have clean water to drink, and that we weren't going to get disease or anything else. And we are so fortunate, and it's unfortunate that the people of Haiti do not have that same opportunity that we do. But thank you for coming all this way. I appreciate it. Brian and your committee, thank you. Thank you to all the Rotarians from District 7190. This is like just mammoth that we are all here together to share a fellowship and a common cause in our quest to bring peace and health and happiness and to change lives of people. You're all fantastic, and I feel so honored to be a part of this club. Thank you all for being here today, and I'm going to start off the bucket.